Anthropic just dropped Claude Opus 4.6, and it is a massive shift in how we think about AI in our development workflow. While Opus 4.5 was already a powerhouse, 4.6 is being described as the first model designed for the vibe working era. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what has changed, from the massive 1 million token context window to the new agent teams feature that lets you run parallel sub-agents on your codebase. And if you have been struggling up to date with the context rot or models that lose context on large projects, this update is specifically for you. And now let's talk about numbers, because jump from 4.5 to the 4.6 is statistically significant. In the GDP-WAL EE evaluation, that's the thing here, which measures actually economically valuable knowledge work, Opus 4.6 outperformed Opus 4.5 by 190 ELO points. It also leads the industry on terminal bench 2.0 for agentic coding. But the real headline for us is this 1 million token context window in beta. To put that into perspective, on the 8-needle 1 million variant test, Opus 4.6 scored 76%, while Sonnet 4.5 only hit 18.5%. This means it can actually find that one specific bug hidden in a massive codebase without the performance degrading as the conversation gets longer. We also have adaptive thinking now. Instead of just, let me find that part. We have this adaptive thinking. So that means instead of just turning on and or off the model, like thinking of the model, it picks up on contextual clues to decide how much reasoning is needed actually. So it is becoming smarter. You can even control this with the new effort parameter here. And ranging from the low to max to balance the speed and the cost. The most exciting feature for me is agent teams in Claude. So let me open that here. This is currently in research preview, and it allows you to spin up multiple agents that work in parallel. Imagine one agent reviewing your database logic while another handles the front-end refactoring, and all coordinated autonomously. In real-world testing, companies like Rakuten, let me show you that part. Let's see that. There's a lot of impressions here, but I find also the companies like Rakuten that were saying that, they were closing 13 issues and assigning 12 others in a single day across 6 repositories. For those of us using IDs like Windsurf, the CEO of Windsurf, there's this, Jeff Wong, noted that 4.6 is noticeably better at debugging and exploring unfamiliar code bases because it thinks longer and more carefully before setting on an answer. If it starts overthinking simple tasks, you just dial the effort down to medium or low. So you can start using, the most interesting part for you as well, how to start using Claude Opus 4.6 today. So it is available in the Claude application. I'll bring that here on the screen. Okay, just let me find it. Claude. Here, in the Claude application by just using Opus 4.6 here. I'm not using that here because I'm using Windsurf. I'll show you later on. And also in another codes in the API you can use it as well from the Anthropic, and also in the cursor. I'll show you that. So in the cursor you'll be able to use it just by going here and selecting. If you update it, so you have to update the cursor, you're able to select the Opus 4.6 here, or if you don't see it, you can go here, click Add Models, and find the Opus 4.6 here. Okay, and also we are we are also able to use it in the Windsurf, and the last update of Windsurf also has Opus 4.6 here. So you can select it like this, single, and find it here, Opus 4.6. Okay, and now just let's talk about the pricing a bit here, because that's something also that you're, I assume, interested. So about the pricing here, it remains consistent with the Opus 4.5 at $5 per million tokens. So let me find that. Yeah, 5 million or 25 per million tokens, and the 25 tokens is output here. So however, keep in mind that if you use the 1 million token context window, premium pricing applies for prompts exceeding 200k tokens, which goes up to $10 for input and 37.5 for output. So a new feature called context compaction is also in beta, which automatically summarizes, this is interesting, all the parts of the conversation, so you don't hit those limits as quickly during long-running tasks. So now let's see. I'm going to show you in the Windsurf, as I use it a lot here. So I'm going to show you something interesting here. As in the previous videos, I was talking about the option to, a new option that is called Arena in the Windsurf. Today I'm going to show you an option to, let me just move this a bit. Okay, I'm going to compare Claude Opus 4.6. So I'll just go here, click Arena mode, and I'll just remove these from the last testing. And now I'm going to select Claude Opus 4.6, and also I'm going to select Claude Opus 4.5. So in the Windsurf, there's a promotion today, and we can use 2 credits for 4.6, while 4.5 is still an 4 credits. So I'm going to use these two here, select them, and I'm going to ask in this project, this is an Angular application that is just plain Angular application that we just generated using Angular CLI. So I'm going to ask them, as in the last test, I'm just going to ask to generate a user management dashboard in this Angular following best practices. Okay, I'm gonna hit enter, and now we're able just to use this, drag it and drop it here, and then we'll be able to see both of these running next to each other. So we're gonna see how are they performing and what are they doing here. So also interesting thing that they are using Git work tree. So we are actually able to run both of these applications separately and to see which one looks better, and also to compare codes here. So while they are editing, let me see what's going on here. So we are able to see that Opus 4.6 is, they're also doing almost the same things at the same time, as we can see here. I don't know how you can see here. Yeah. User service. Okay, I'm just gonna click here on the user model just to see what's going on here, because we can always use this and test it. So we see user interface here. Okay, first, last name, admin editor. Okay, that's for the Opus 4.6. We're gonna see the service here. So we have mocked users here in the Angular that they generated for us. Just move it. So we have inject the syntax requires. Okay. Results, query. Okay, add users. Yeah, we see the service here. We see the form, and I believe it will complete soon. And also on the right side, we also have the service. Let me see the service. Yeah, it's almost the same here, but we'll compare the end result of both of these testings here. Okay. Okay, it's taking some time, but we'll see which one is better for us. Okay, deciding routes, user details. While they're generating, we can go back and just check the impressions from other users of this. So we have already mentioned the Opus 4.6 from the Rakuten. Lovable is also bragging about it. Box, Figma, Shopify. We can see a lot of companies bragging about it. So as expected, yeah. Okay. So let's see just a bit about the evaluation here while waiting for that. So we can see the terminal Opus 4.6, yeah, terminal bench that I mentioned earlier. So we see 65.4 and Opus 4.5, 59.8. So it is like 5%, 6 better. And we see Sonnet 4.5. If you have you were using Sonnet 4.5, I was using it the most of the time, and we see the almost 15% in the difference between here, and also they're comparing the Gemini 3 here and GPT 5.2. So we can see that that is interesting. GPT 5.2 and Opus 4.6 are similar here, so it is just less than 1% difference. What is? Between these two, and these red ones are just which one is better where. Okay, we can see there agentic tools and so on and so on. So now I'm just gonna go back to the windsurf to see the things here. So they want to install packages. Okay, just gonna run it. Okay, and now I'm just gonna start this one here from Opus 4.5. So I'm just gonna wait for it to serve it. If it doesn't start like this, I'll open, sorry. Yep, run. Yeah, small issues here, but I'll just move a bit. I'll skip it like this, and I'll just click on this button at the top here. And now I'll just, I'll actually open a worktree. Just keep this. Okay. After they finish, we are able to open, just sorry for a delay here. Yeah, usually when they finish, we are able to select these worktrees and to start them. But as we can see, open worktree here. And also what we can see here that, the one from Opus 4.6 is actually running already. So let me try to start it from here. Yeah, it is actually starting. Yes. Yeah, Open 4.6 was able to run for some reason, while Opus 4.5 was not. So I will open 4.5. I'll open it here. Okay, 42. And then we're gonna see this user management that we actually wanted to see. So this one is generated by Opus 4.6. So let's see what we have here. So we have our user management. We have an option to add users. We are able to see this. Just move a bit down. We are able to see this first, last name. Yeah, we have a validation, email validation, I assume, roles and statuses that they generate. So this is an Angular application. Also, we are able to edit. We are able to delete. Okay, I will add some specific alert or confirm model here instead of using this one, but yeah, this is fine. And we also have the search. Okay, it works. We have also an option to sort by roles here, filter by roles, statuses. Okay, looks nice. Now let me open it here. I'll just go here, and yeah, it is like this. I'll just stop this, open worktree, and let me just check what's going on. Yeah, what is going on here I'll just zoom a bit, and let us see the project like this. So in the project, yeah, we're going to see the users, and we have a users dashboard. It is just HTML dashboard. Let's see if it used, okay, filter, event, change, values, okay. Now let me see the TS file, okay, selector, change detection, push, this is fine. Let's see, we have signals, we have injector, service inject here, looks fine. Yeah, I'll just go through this here. Okay, injector provider. Okay, looks nice. Now let me open another one here. So we have this one, and now let us open the 4.5 to see what is going on there. So I'll just open it like this, the same. I'll just zoom in a bit here, and also I'm gonna run it. So NGS port 43 100. Okay, let's see if it's going to run properly, and then we'll be able to see the difference in the applications. So we're not comparing in details here, but we're gonna just see how is it looking now in the Opus 4.6. So here I'm just going to open it. So we have a 4200, and now I'll just open 4300. Okay, so yeah, we have almost the same application here. Yeah, this is 4.6, this is 4.5. So 4.6, 4.5. Yeah, the difference here is that 4.6 also added the statistics here, added filters like this. Yeah, it has the same. So we can see the difference in the design here. A bit more modern design on the 4.6 than 4.5. And also we have an option to add users, and the 4.6 is adding users like here in the new routes, while 4.6 was adding models. That is, yeah, in my opinion, more natural for me to have like a model for adding if it's a small thing here. So when we open the 4.6 here, so we can see the model, small model, and close it, yeah, like this. So, and yeah, Claude Opus 4.6 isn't just incremental update here. So it is shift toward truly autonomous software engineering. And with the better code review, 1 million token context, and the ability to coordinate teams of agents, it is solving the edge cases that used to break AI workflows. I hope the video was helpful to you, and if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe for more hands-on developer tutorials on AI and also Angular. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.